you thinking of buying or selling your home? Downsizing? Upsizing? Investing? Are you relocating? Do you want to know your local market conditions? Are you behind on payments? Are you looking for improvement tips? Well, what if your home didn't sell? This is Real Estate with Ryan, your hometown expert and trusted source for the most up-to-date information. And now your host, Ryan Coleman with Hometown Realty.
Good morning, everyone. Hope you're doing well on a Saturday morning here in the studios in Talk Radio, 92.3 FM.
AM 760.
Wow, it's always a tongue tie, right? Hope you guys are doing awesome. Great day on Saturday. Special day here in the studios with Real Estate with Ryan. It's somebody's birthday, man.
It is somebody's birthday.
Who could that be?
I know.
The blonde in front of me? Birth.
Thank you.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to my lovely wife.
Thank you.
All that you do to help this radio program, all that you do to help our office and mother. We're really, truly blessed. So special day here for you guys. So everybody wish April a big happy birthday. Thank you guys so much.
I appreciate you all.
All right, so we still work on her birthday, right? No days off.
Right.
We're going to celebrate a little bit later. Have some cake.
A little dinner.
A little dinner. A little family time. Is it good?
Yeah.
All right, awesome.
I had somebody singing to me already this morning, really loud.
Who would that be?
I don't know.
Somebody singing.
Yeah. Said you should probably break that out on the show.
No, I don't want to do that. They might pull over to the side of the road.
Yeah, my ears were screeching a little bit.
Hey, I can sing. We'll leave that for home. All right, so thank you guys for wishing my wife happy birthday. She is awesome, as you know. We got a good show for you. So we'll go into some real estate news, what's going on in the market, Knoxville surrounding market. Let's start with this. Number one, we have another show today. If you don't know, we're on News Talk 98.7 at 5 o'clock. What's important, that's after that, at 6 o'clock, we've got this big giveaway. All right? So everybody listen. We've been talking about it for a while. If you've been following our page, liking our page, we're giving away tickets to UT Alabama game.
Yes.
So it's next Saturday, right? Here in Neyland Stadium. Vols come back. Support those guys. These are great seats. I tell everybody, we haven't even had a chance to go to the game. We've been so busy.
I know.
These awesome seats. And on April's birthday, she wants to give things away. She wants to give you something. So 6 o'clock, my daughter's going to pick out the winner.
Yes.
We're going to scroll through the screen. All you have to do, it's very simple. Ryan Coleman, Hometown Realty Facebook page. Just hit like. That's it. That's simple. No gimmicks. Great seats. And have your notifications on.
That's right.
Because we're giving them away today. We're going to do it away before April's dinner birthday party tonight. So 6 p.m. approximate. Have your notifications on. Please answer. Because if we don't hear back from you, we're going to have to go to the next person. So stay tuned because we want to make sure that we give them away and you acknowledge that you're going to the game.
You got it.
All right.
And you still have a chance to like our page. So
plenty of time.
Yeah.
Plenty of time. So last day to promote it. We're going to do other things. So if for some reason that you're busy or out of town, don't worry. I think April's talked about doing some stuff for the men's basketball game. We still have several home games left that we're going to do and some different things we want to do. That's
we
why.
still have Christmas left too.
See, it's the holiday season. We love this time. Thanksgiving, holiday, Halloween. It's awesome.
I know.
So we got some real estate news. What's going on in the market, April?
What's going on in the market as far as our listings I can go through. We have some, we'll just go through our real estate news, which is coming soon. We have Mill Chase in Strawberry Plains, Walnut Cove, which those may have gone active, Livia Drive in Maryville, and then we also have another one on Dogwood in Maryville that has hit the market. New listing Butternut in Sugarwood. Out there in Farragut, Hunter's Glen, 37921. Don't forget our Kingston Pike in Sequoia, that historic house, Cascade Lane in Oak Ridge. And we've got a few going under contract this week, so congratulations to those who have gone under contract with your buying or selling. And that's all I've got for our side. We did want to tell you our other part of the news is we shot something this week.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, well, not shot like with. We were.
April was at the range. April was at the range. She was at the range shooting. That's a redneck in her.
I've never shot a gun actually. So we were shooting our commercial this week. That came out.
Oh, this week's been so busy, but we've got birthday girl she's decided to get into the commercial business on TV. So
Yeah.
so we've got her in there, and we had some great clients that allowed us to use their home. Mr. and Mrs. Leach, congratulations, you guys. Thanks for your awesome help and being supportive of your beautiful home.
Yes.
And then the Paylors, their beautiful home on Westland Lakes.
Mm-hmm.
And so both of those were used to shoot the new commercial that we have coming out for
Yes.
the fall.
Yes.
I think it's going to be done well. Hope you like it. If you see it,
Let us know.
let us know your feedback. Yay, nay, don't hurt our feelings.
Exactly.
We'll try to do the best we can, 110% effort.
I know. We actually had a really busy week this week. We went on a business trip last weekend too.
Oh wow! So
Yeah.
we got back in town, shot our commercial, and then we also want to thank you guys. I don't know if we missed last week here. I think we did.
We did. Mm-hmm.
So we got our plaques, and we were awarded. I don't know if you knew, Best of Knoxville, Realtor, and Hometown Realty.
I know.
And that's a big saying. And that's a lot of the work of you guys listening here in the studio, constantly calling in. I know I've had a lot of calls that really just are very, very nice calls, complimenting on what we do and how we're able to promote our business and things like that, and just kind of help people and kind of informational. And
Yes.
so thank you so much for the support. If we haven't met you, it means a lot. You don't go unknown. And you guys, if you got any questions, you want to wish April a happy birthday, studio lines are open, 865-888-TALK, 865-888-8255.
Yes.
So let's go into the real estate news across the
Yes.
country.
Yes,
So we're going into the fall, got 90 days left in the year, a little bit less than 90 days. The biggest thing that we hear is I'll just wait till beginning of next year, spring market. Don't do that because the market could pass you by. Extremely weak demand for mortgage refinances have been driving the overall drain on the mortgage lending. Refinance volume fell 3% last week and was 32% lower a year ago. So what we're seeing, that the interest rates moved higher last week, driven by strong data in the job market, indicating that the Feds will continue to raise rates, says Joel Kahn. So I think what we're seeing as a whole, we're going to see the rates increase up. We've been talking about it all year, that we're going to see projected. I think last show that we did, we talked about that, how we expect the rates to probably increase above 5.
Yes.
They're already above 5 in 2019. So we also have some political news. Our friend, U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren, is attempting to put increasingly expensive housing market into reach for more Americans. To do that, the Massachusetts Democrat is slated to introduce abruptly a bill that will produce $476 billion housing on the Senate on Wednesday. It's unlikely that the bill will be focused on creating. It's unlikely that the bill will be passed, but focused on creating more affordable housing for lower-income, middle-class Americans. The challenge there is will the Republicans pass that with the landscape there? But she's pushing that in, and also has some information about short sales. We know we came from a market 2008, 2010, and how some of those laws were changed to help a lot of Americans that were underwater on the housing market where they couldn't sell. They needed to sell their home.
That's true.
They were transformed. So she's talking about introducing some more of that back into the bill that's set to expire coming up here soon.
Okay, gotcha. So I think I also read somewhere in there that she wants to do more where, the schools are good and the area is good, and put more lower income housing maybe. I'm not really sure if that's what it was, but I think she wants to target, the lower income, middle income, and put those homes more into the areas that are higher in better schools, economies growing, stuff like that.
I think that's her little political push as well. She's coming to the political landscape, maybe the midterms that she may be running. So that's the news on there. Hey, look, we're coming up on a hard break here, so you guys stay with us. We're going to talk about the fall market, Halloween.
What you should do.
What you should do, have your house ready, and some tips you need coming up here on the fall market. Stay with us. You listen to Real Estate with Ryan.
Thank you.
When streams are ripe and swell with rain. Hey, knock
Knoxville, Laura Ingram here. Thinking about selling your home with all the headaches that most people experience? Well, not all real estate agents operate the same. You have someone right here in your own backyard you can trust if you need to sell your home. I'm talking about Ryan Coleman of Hometown Realty. His system outmarkets and outsells 99% of other agents in the Knoxville area. Ryan spends thousands of dollars every week on marketing, and he drives more buyers to your home, resulting in a home selling faster and for more money. Ryan has been voted by Knoxville News Sentinel as one of the best realtors in your area. What I like is when you call Ryan, you get Ryan. You're not passed off to another agent. On such a big decision. Buy it himself. How cool is that? Call Ryan directly at 693-SOLD. That's 693-7653. Or go to ryancoleman.org and start packing.
Stop by our website, talkradio923.com, and check out our website giveaway of the month.
This month, you can enter to win a copy of Glenn Beck's brand new book, Addicted to Outrage.
Best-selling author Glenn Beck addresses how America has become more divided, both politically and socially.
Beck states that our current downward spiral will ultimately lead to the destruction of everything America has fought so hard to preserve. This is not simply a Republican problem. This is not simply a Democratic problem. This is everyone's burden, and we need to think like recovering addicts and change.
Register today at talkradio923.com.
The road to retirement had many twists and turns.
Hey,
But
show us your shoes.
GPS can point you
Hey
to
guys,
the
thank you
right
guys for following us. Hey, check out these shoes. Hey, you got one? Show me a shoe.
Right way with Anthony
You guys follow us. Watch these shoes. Think we don't bleed orange? Let me see your shoe.
Oh.
And through retirement.
Look, man. Look at these things. Is that cool?
Saturday afternoons at 1.
It's pretty stylish.
Ron likes my shoes.
I like those shoes, man.
I know.
Thank you guys for staying tuned with us.
I saw him and had to get him.
Back at it, guys.
On Talk Radio 92.3 and AM 760. 865-888-TALK.
Halloween.
It's that time. It's Halloween in East Tennessee. It's coming quick.
I know. It's craziness.
Okay, so when we're talking about East Tennessee, we're talking about Halloween. What should you do? Should you have a lot of decorations? What can we do to be festive? What can we do to keep our house, if our home's on the market or if we're looking? I know I was chatting with April the other day. We were showing a house to a client, and they had like a little candy dish.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I laughed. I said, well, they must be for the realtor. Hey, guys, it doesn't hurt to bribe your big realtor there to get a little candy, a little treat. Maybe that will motivate them in putting a
Yes.
contract on.
Yes, because someone likes candy a lot.
Yeah. So what can you do? You know, we'll talk about curb appeal. That's still big. One of the biggest things that I think people think about is the colors. And of course, with East Tennessee changing with the orange and the different colors of the mums and things like that, you can change some of those flowers and that curb appeal to really give it a pop, more of a fall look.
Right.
That, as we kind of approach to fall.
Yes.
And
It's
Thanksgiving.
the perfect season to do that. Just really make your curb appeal, like you were saying, pop and stand out, but not overly do it. I would say that if you have a lot of fake cobwebs and caution tape and big, huge blow-ups and all this crazy stuff on the outside, can the buyers that are going to see your house actually see your house? And I think that's probably the point today is make sure that, yes, even if it's your favorite time of the season, it's not really some people's favorite time of the season, which some people say, who cares? But,
well, some people's
just
like, well, look. I mean, I love Halloween. Like, I
Right.
love Christmas, and I really want to go all out.
yes.
So I think April and I were chatting before we went on the air, and it was like, okay, you can go too much or do too much, and then it's just, what happens is you walk in the home, and you're so overtaken by goblins and goblins and Halloweens and pumpkins that you take away the focus on the house.
Yes.
I mean, and so we start looking at the decorations versus the house.
Right.
So tactfully, but not too much. Now,
Exactly.
I'll tie this into the same home that we were talking about. So we've got anybody who follows basketball.
Oh, yes, of course.
One of the best that's ever done it. Best of all time, I still say, hands down. My generation, Michael Jordan. That's right. So April and I was talking about that he has a mansion, if you've watched that in the news, and has been trying to sell that for some time.
And I'll tell you that he started out at like 29 million and he's dropped it to 14 million, and it's in the heart of Chicago. And it's
So-
very, very large, like 56,000 square feet.
I mean, it's beautiful. I mean, it's beautiful. It's got everything. It's got a gym. It's got a pool. It's got everything. You don't even need to leave the house.
Yes.
But we'll tie into that. It's so personalized with MJ and 23.
And him jumping and Scott, dunking and.
I mean, so it's everything so personalized that the next family can't see them living there.
Right.
You know, and so it's so much money to bring it to where it needs to be. That's where you have to watch out.
Mm-hmm.
Where if you too personalize it, if you do too much, it takes away from the property.
Right.
That's why all the shows in real estate are why we're always telling everybody that, you know, make sure that we depersonalize, make it neutral, make it to the masses versus just a select audience. And that's a big difference in pricing. And so, is he still for sale?
Oh, he's still for sale. Yep. Just looked it up. Article from May of 2018. It says, why is it not selling? And it said because it's too personalized and it's all about the Chicago Bulls and him playing and his jersey number. And, you know, it's set up pretty cool where you have a basketball court and a cigar room and a TV room for, you know, I think he used it more to all of his buddies and his teammates and everything to come over and to entertain and to play basketball and do all these things. And he made it more of his castle that everyone thinks somebody will buy it because it's Michael Jordan's home, but they're not buying it. And I think it's been on your market for at least 6 years.
So keep that in mind as we go to the holiday season. We've got Thanksgiving, we've got Christmas, and of course we have Halloween. Just make sure that we don't go too much.
Yes.
But I do think that there's something special about the fall time of the year that really gives it an extra warm, homey, kind of a home feel, right?
Yes, and there are some tips that we've come up with that you can think about doing to make it more inviting for your customers to come in. But going back to the Halloween, if there were a couple of tips, like you mentioned, candy. Always offer candy. It makes everybody really happy.
She keeps going back to candy. I think she's talking about big boy here who likes candy. The
another
way to
idea-
the way to the realtor's heart is just give him some
It
candy.
really is. If he's cranky, I just need him.
Just give me some
whatever
candy.
it is. So another idea was that when you're doing trick or treating and you have little baggies made up, you can put a little note on there that says "Our home is for sale," and just whenever you're handing those things out, just let everybody know that your home is for sale. They may see the sign in the yard, but at least they'll take that home with them and remember which home was for sale. So that is one tip when you're going through Halloween as well. But
I know one tip that we use every now and then, and it's hard to do. We have a lot of listings, but we try to pick at least one or two properties that we can do like a little broker open and have a little treats and then come by. And our broker opens is really just for the agents, and we want to get more eyes on it, especially if we got a brand new listing or something that hasn't sold, or we need maybe a price reduction or something like that to really kind of invite it. Let's get more people in to look at it. And what's a better time?
yes.
Give them some treats on holidays and come through for about an hour or two. So that's an opportunity to market as well.
Yep, exactly. And so we were just talking about keeping it simple and then make sure that you take your decorations down in a timely manner.
Don't be like us and leave our tree up for a month.
For a month, like a year. Is what
It
felt
wasn't
like.
that bad.
When you don't have time to take it down, it's hard to put it up.
So
Also just for fall, just remember that you can always make your home smell very delicious with pumpkin pies, pecan pies, those fragrances that they have. Everybody has these really inviting, warm scents that you can just put all over your home. I feel like not overpowering, but just enough where it is, you walk in and you're like, oh, it smells like fall in here. This is getting me in the mood. I would love to see my family here and us cooking for Thanksgiving and, on and on and on. And even if you have the luxury, if there's a showing and you can turn the fireplace on, then, right before you leave, you can cut that fireplace on and have it ready. Or if you're anything like that, anybody can turn on the fireplace, have flannel blankets and just think warm, cozy everything.
This may not be as warm and cozy, but things that as we're changing on daylight hours, as we know it's getting darker, we're sad to see summer go, but going into fall, keep conscious of keeping your lights on. Keep your lights on. If the agent's not there, if you're leaving the house real quickly, pop the lights on. We're about to show another property. Our owner does a great job of just having the music playing throughout the home very softly. Make sure you have any kind of back music on.
And we've had compliments about that as well.
Yeah, very warm, very inviting when you're coming in. Any exterior lighting that you have, landscape lighting, make sure we have that on, because if we're showing at 5 o'clock or 6:30, as it's getting dusk, it's always good to, you want to pull up and you want to see the property look kind of as a dusk picturesque.
Right.
And then when you pull up, if it's dark, you can't find the steps.
Yeah,
things
tripping.
you're tripping, you're worried about the boogeyman hiding behind that door. So, I mean,
especially if you're out in the country.
Yeah, I mean, if you're out in the country, so those are different things. Just keep that in mind. And I tell my sellers, guys, listen, as we approach fall, we know the last 90 days, this is where the most motivated people. We met some great people that we're supposed to be, hopefully, listed here in West Knoxville. We talked to you yesterday. And I said, listen, times are changing, daylights are changing. We got to make sure that we're more accommodating as far as time frames and being available. We may have some less showings, so we got to do our best. Sellers, even when those agents or somebody calls with limited notice, let's do our best to get them in, because we just never know where that buyer's coming from. And as we're preaching to get the home on the market in the fall, and to get either under contract now or fall in January and February before the spring rush comes in, you and 10 other neighbors are probably thinking the same thing. With the news data now that we're talking about adjustable rates, now the buyers are switching from rates that they've seen more ARMs, adjustable rate mortgages, that have come out, and that our buyers are switching to that. What that means is the rates have a big factor in how much you can borrow, especially in the 100,000 to probably 300,000 range.
Right.
And so when we get that kind of volume, understanding that, knowing that price point and marketing is everything.
That's very true.
Because we get, like a transfer that we're dealing with yesterday, they've got to sell.
Exactly.
It's not a question whether they want to sell. It's they got to sell. So it gets into that factor. So things to think about on that.
Yes, I totally agree. That you have to think of everyone else thinks, because if their home was on the market in the summer, or they probably just came off the market, and maybe they want to wait until spring again. And just remember, everybody thinks that way. Everybody says, let me wait until spring, but that's when the highest competition is. And if your home's in the market in fall, what are you to lose? What is there to lose if your home is on the market now? Even if it doesn't sell now, you have less competition. Right. You put it out there, and then even if you have to try again in the spring, just know that you have a better chance with less homes, even less homes on the market now than.
You guys have to understand, there's pockets of inventory, but our inventory is low as it's ever been in a long time. Right. Healthy markets, 6 months, 6.0% of homes in the market. We're at 4.3, 4.5% of inventory. So we're in a great time. Now the market's changing. Understand, real estate is cyclical, and it goes up, it goes down, and everybody wants to catch it at the top.
Yes.
But it's a buyer market or a seller market. It's either going to buy or sell. You can't win in both games. No. So right now, some of the buyers are paying a little more than they need to. Sellers are maximizing. Now we're going into the fall and the winter season. So guess what? Prices change. Less buyers are there. I always say, as we're about to close down the show, it always depends on what you're working with. There's two things that make a difference. It's marketing and the right agent that you choose. Hands down makes the difference between for sale and sold.
Yes.
Anybody can give it away. Anybody can throw it on Zillow. Anybody can have an open house and let somebody come through and kind of negotiate to push you down. But on a beautiful property, on a home that you're trying to maximize, where there's never been a better real estate market in the last 5 years, you need somebody that's going to market it. Yep. And competition wins when you compete and when you can do that. I think we do it well. I hope we do it well. We'd love to interview for the job every Saturday here. We're always here in the studios.
Yes.
Hopefully
all this information is helpful to you.
I hope it is.
Yes.
Hope we're just bringing you some information. We try to make it very informative. I think we'll have a good show next week. What do you want to talk about next week?
I don't know. We'll figure it out on Friday night.
I was telling Roz as we were coming in here, I said, I have no idea what we're going to be talking about.
And she said, what?
I said, it just comes to you.
It just starts flowing.
Big game. Roz, we have about 1 minute yet, or how much time we got? We're wrapping up? Okay. So, Rod's got to keep me straight.
I know.
Auburn today, 12 o'clock. I think we're playing. Go Vols. We're
Yes.
rooting for those guys. Hopefully, like our page, share our page, Facebook, Ryan Coleman, Hometown Realty. Enter those tickets against Alabama. We're
Yes.
giving away 6 o'clock tonight. Every week we're here, 11 o'clock in the studios, 693-SOLD, RyanColeman.org. Hey, go Vols. You guys have an awesome weekend.
Thank you so much.
Walk over here real quick.
Kind of come over here quick. and
Birthday
say hi.
girl. It's her birthday.
Yes,
Thank
it
you
is.
guys for watching us. Appreciate you following us every week. All that you guys do. You know we're a husband-wife team.
Yes.
So sometimes I got to be a husband. Happy birthday to this girl. All that she does, she makes her life special. She's a great mom. She works hard. I mean, hard-working woman. She's everything. So thankful for her. Thank you guys for following us and all that you guys do and following our program, voting us best of Knoxville. It means the world. We couldn't do it without you. Stay tuned. We hope we provide you some good real estate information, and we try to make it fun.
Thank
Have an
you.
awesome week. Take
Bye.
care.